Hi, my name is Ruben Alves. I'm from Robotics Academy, and today you are going to see how to do a unity test for a ROS node, a node test in this case. For that you are going to use this platform. In order to show this, I'm going to launch here a course just to get the ROS environment running. Let's wait some seconds until we have here ROS loaded and the instructions for who are following a course, in this case the ROS Basics. Okay, everything is ready. Okay, let's create here a package. Here we have our Catkin workspace. Let's enter on our Catkin workspace source folder. Let's create here a package, Catkin create package, Catkin create package. Let's call tutorial. Okay, we have here the tutorial. Let's create here a folder, new folder, src, where we are going to put our file. In order to test, we are going to test basically if a ROS publisher publishes really something in a ROS node. So let's here look for ROS Publisher in Python, for example. Okay, here we have. Okay, here you should see some code. Okay, here we have. Let's get this code. In this case, this is a talker. Let's create our file with the same name. Let's create here a file called new file talker. It's a Python file. It's open already. Let me maximize here and change here the font size to be better for you. No, this one here. Okay. Now let's copy this code and paste it here. Let's just try to run this code. Let's enter on our tutorial package, source folder. Okay, let's talker. It's publishing. It seems that it's publishing. We can see here ROS Topic list. If you have here a topic called shutter, so grab shutter. Okay, we have. Let's see it if it is publishing ROS Topic echo shutter. Okay, we can see here that the messages are being published. Okay, so far so good, but what if we have in this case we only have one file? Let me close here the instructions because you are not going to follow in them now. We are not following them now. So in this case it's easy to see that our node is publishing that shutter topic. But what happens if you have let's say 50 files publishing somewhere? Or we have hundreds of files. In this case, is the best approach is to use ROS Unity Test to see if our node is really publishing. In order to test if this code is really publishing some messages to this topic, let's create here a new file called test talker. Okay. In this file, since it is Python, let's copy this semicolon here. Okay, we are going to use unity test, so import unity test. Let's create our class here. Let's say talker test case, for example, unity test case. Okay. And the name of our test is going to be test if talker publishes, for example, publishes something. So in order to see that, we have to create here a subscriber that subscribes to this shutter topic. Let's put a slash here to be better. For example, we have here ROS init node. We have to initialize our node. Let's call it test talker. Okay. Now let's create a subscriber, ROS. Okay, we need to import ROS in this case. Import ROS. Now, ROS subscriber to the talker topic, because it's the one that is being published by this node, the shutter. we need to import this message. So the type of is string, and when we receive this message, let's call a callback called let's say callback callback, and then let's create this function here, this method, define our callback with this way. In this case, when we receive a message, let's just set a value, for example, Talker OK equals true. So we need to define this value somewhere. Let's just define here Talker outside of the class. Talker equals false. Talker OK equals false. It means that we didn't receive any message yet, but when we receive a message, this callback is going to be called and set this to true. So how do you know if our message was received or not? We just have to check if this value is true or not. So while not is shut down, for example, is shut down, we can, let's sleep here for 1 second. Okay, we have to import this sleep from time, import sleep, and we have to wait for at most 5 seconds. Let's create here a counter equals 0, for example, and while ROS is still running and counter is less than 5, for example, we have to wait at most for 5 seconds, and the counter is less than 5. Let's increase here our counter. Okay, and also let's check and not, we have to check this value. If we receive a message, for example, this is going to be true, and we have to break this while. So, and not Talker OK, for example. I think it's okay. After that, when we break this while, we have to check assert true self Talker OK. So after this while it breaks, after 5 seconds, we are going to check if this talker is okay, and it's only going to be okay, it's going to be true, I mean, if this callback is called, and it's going to be called only when we receive a message on this shutter topic, on this shutter. As you can see here, it's shutter, the topic is shutter. And okay, now let's check if the name is main, then let's call ROS test. Okay, in this case we have to import ROS test also. Import ROS test, and we have to call ROS test ROS run. The name of our package in this case is tutorial. The name of our node is test talker, and the class that we have to execute in this case is Talker Test Case. I think our code is ready to be published, is ready to be executed. Let's try here by command line. ROS run. The name of our package is tutorial, and the name of our node is test talker. Let's see what happens. No class unit test. Okay, it's because here is unit test. Errors, we have an error here. Why? Test if Talker publishers no object called subscriber. Oh my god, I'm really subscriber. Many mistakes from my side, I'm really sorry for that. Okay, now the syntax are okay. Let's wait for at most 5 seconds, and yes, here we have. We don't have any error. I mean, any syntax error, but our test is failing. And now let's run our Talker that is published on the Shutter topic, and let's run our node again, our test. And here we have it, success. In this case, it's success. As we can see, in the first time it failed, and now that you are publishing here, it works. The test result was success. But now let's make things even better. We can create here, instead of launching here a Talker, and in the other side we launching the test, we can run these files using a launch file. Let's create here a new folder called let's say test, and create here a launch file. Let's say test Talker, for example, and it's a launch file. Let's open here that file. Let's change the syntax. Okay, it's already XML. Let's create here our launch, and let's node. The name of our node that you are going to run is Talker. It's on the package. The name of our package is tutorial, and the name of our file is Talker Python file. And to instantiate the test, we have to use, instead of node, we have to call test, and instead of name, we have to call test name, and the name is going to be test Talker. The package is the same, tutorial, and the type is the name of the executable is test Talker Python. Test Talker Python. So now we can call this file. This tag test is only the ROS test understand. For example, if you call here ROS test, the name of our package is tutorial, and the name of our file is test launch, test Talker. It's launching here, and let's see what happens. The output. Okay. Here at the same time we are launching our Talker, our test file, and we can see here the outputs. Okay. Now let's say for some reason our Talker, let's suppose we are making many changes on our code, and the Talker, in this case this file here, stops publishing. In this case, let's just comment this line that publishes. So in this case, the test should fail. Let's run our test again and see what happens. Let's see the output. Let's see, at most 5 seconds. And here we have it. Result fail. Failure is 1. As you can see, really good, no? If you fix the Talker again and run our test again, the result is going to be success. Okay, result success. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel. We are publishing videos like this every single day. Thanks for watching.